Welcome to TimeCoins, the channel where every coin tells a timeless story. Today we'll travel through history to discover the fascinating world behind the 1972 French 5 franc coin, a piece that not only reflects the beauty of French art but also the strength and rebirth of a nation. When you first look at this coin, you see a portrait that radiates elegance, the proud image of Marianne, the national symbol of France. Marianne is not just a woman's face. She represents the very soul of the French Republic: liberty, equality, and fraternity. Her calm expression and flowing hair symbolize freedom and justice, ideals born out of the French Revolution of 1789. On this coin, Marianne wears the Phrygian cap, a red soft cap that became a universal sign of freedom during the Revolution, showing that every citizen should live free and equal. The artist behind this beautiful design was Lucien Bazor, a talented engraver who worked for the Monnaie de Paris, the Paris Mint. He created this image to remind the French people of their identity, resilience, and artistic heritage after years of war and recovery. The reverse side of the coin carries just as much meaning. It features olive branches, representing peace and wheat ears, symbolizing fertility and prosperity. Together, they send a message that France, having endured difficult times, was entering an era of growth and harmony. At the center, you can read 5 francs in bold letters, surrounded by the date 1972, and above, the famous motto, Liberté, Égalité, Fraternité, which means liberty, equality, fraternity. These words define the spirit of France and remind the world of the values that inspired revolutions and democracy across continents. The 1972 coin was made of nickel, weighing about 10 grams, with a 31mm diameter, strong, durable, and built to last. Its metallic shine and smooth edges make it both practical for circulation and beautiful for collection. This particular 5 franc design was introduced in 1960 during the Fifth Republic and continued until France switched to the euro in 2002. So, this 1972 issue belongs to the last 4 decades of the franc's long history, making it a bridge between the old world and the modern European economy. It was minted in huge numbers because the 5 franc denomination was very popular for daily transactions. People used it for food, transportation, and shopping all across France. Imagine how many stories, hands, and places this coin passed through before becoming a collectible. Now let's talk about its collectible value. The 1972 French 5 franc coin is not extremely rare, but it's still loved by collectors for its historical and aesthetic importance. A circulated piece usually sells for around $1 to $3, but coins in uncirculated or mint condition can reach $10 to $20, especially if preserved with its original shine. Proof versions, made specially for collectors, can fetch even higher prices depending on market demand. However, beyond its market value, what makes this coin special is its story. It reflects a time when France celebrated peace, unity, and the power of design. This coin also has a deeper symbolic layer. The 1970s were years of modernization for France. Technology, industry, and art were changing rapidly, and the country was defining its identity as part of a new Europe. The 5 franc coin stood as a small but powerful reminder of national pride. Collectors around the world, from Europe to Asia, see this coin as a piece of history that connects people to that era of optimism and progress. For numismatists or coin collectors, it's a great starting point because it's affordable, widely available, and beautifully crafted. The combination of the olive branch and wheat on the reverse side shows how deeply France connected its economy with peace and productivity, a lesson that still holds meaning today. From a design perspective, the 1972 5 franc is a masterpiece of balance and symbolism. Every line in Marianne's hair and every leaf in the olive branch tells a story of artistry. Lucien Bazor's style brought together classical beauty and modern simplicity, making this coin both timeless and elegant. Even after more than 50 years, it continues to inspire collectors and designers alike. And if you ever visit France, you can still find these coins in antique shops, flea markets, and coin fairs, often polished and displayed with pride. Many French families keep them as souvenirs from their grandparents, representing memories of the old Franc era. For some, it's a nostalgic token of the past, a time before the euro unified Europe. For others, it's a reminder that even in small things like coins, the nation's heart beats through its art and history. So what does this 1972 French 5 franc coin teach us? It teaches us that money isn't just about value, it's about culture, pride, and heritage. Every detail, from Marianne's determined gaze to the peaceful olive branches, speaks of a country that cherishes freedom and harmony. When you hold this coin, you hold a story of revolution, of rebirth, and of beauty shaped in metal. If you're a coin lover or a new collector, the 1972 5 franc coin is a perfect addition to your collection. It's affordable, meaningful, and represents one of Europe's most iconic coin designs. Keep it safe, polish it lightly, and remember that it once circulated in the hands of millions of French citizens, each with their own story. And that's the beauty of numismatics. It connects us across time and borders. Thank you for watching TimeCoins, where we bring history to life through the coins of the world. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more amazing stories about rare and historic coins. Turn on the bell icon so you never miss an episode. And always remember, every coin has a journey. Every coin has a past, and here on TimeCoins, we tell those stories that time can't erase.